going to be hearing from. Okay, we're recording. You got it. Okay, I do want to say just a minute. Welcome first for those that are getting the recording. Welcome again. I want to say something about the four of us that you're going to hear from. Miriam, we see you getting dressed in the background over there. Just want you to know we see you. We see you dressing. She didn't even hear me. Okay, so we are going to be hearing from Jennifer Harkey, our very own fearless leader, the leader of us all, right? Jennifer Harkey. She's a senior director and she's been in the business for 6 years at the end of this month. She's a March signee, and that's pretty important because the next two people I'm going to talk about are also March signees. So if you signed up in March, you are pretty awesome. Okay, that's all I'm saying about that. But Jennifer is fabulous. I mean, she knows this business inside and out. What she doesn't know, she finds out really quick. She's just an awesome, awesome teacher, an awesome person. And I know if I ever have a problem, good or bad, or in between, I can go to Jen and she will help me. One way or another, she'll help me. She may tell me to dust off my britches and get my tail up, or she may tell me, put your phone down and go to bed. I've had all those and all the extremes in between. I've had all that told to me. Now, our next speaker will be me. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal with me just a little bit today. Okay, my name's Tiffany Irwin, and I'm a senior director with Pampered Chef. I signed up under the amazing Jennifer Harkey in March 3 years ago. I've already had my anniversary. And I hope that Tammy will be coming on soon because Tammy was the recipient of my anniversary gift. I gave a cruise away. I mean, a cruise. I gave a cruise away. No, I didn't. I gave a consultant getaway, and Tammy earned that. So, or was picked on that. So, yay, Tammy. She will be on here in a minute. But like I said, my anniversary was 3 years ago, March the 9th. And Jennifer asked me 12 times before I said yes. We're going to talk about that later. I'm glad I said yes. Pampered Chefs changed my life. Okay. Then I want to talk about the next leader that's going to speak today is Marion Boykin. And you guys, Marion Boykin, even though she's on my downline, she is not anything. There's nothing down about Marion. She's all up and away. I mean, she's got the catalog memorized front to back. She's got the employee handbook memorized front to back, and it takes one reading and she's got it memorized. It blows my mind. Maybe that's why she's a doctor. I call her a doctor. She says she's not a doctor, but she might as well be. She does all the doctor's work. She's a nurse practitioner, and she said, they do all the work. The doctors just sign their name. So anyway, she's going to be speaking. You're going to love listening to her. She's one of those that can help me out for any reason too. If I'm sick, I say, Marion, help me, and she does. And she's awesome. You can learn from Marion. And she's also a March signee. She was like my 5th or 6th person to sign up when I signed up. And so next week will be her 3rd year in the business. And she is a rock star, y'all. I should have asked how many she's recruited and stuff. It's crazy numbers. And then we have Erica. Last but not least is Erica Sochet. I call her Saucier, but she says it's Sochet. As long as you call her, she don't care what you call her. Just be nice, okay? Right? She's awesome, y'all. She's been in also almost 3 years. July will be 3 years. Something magic about that 3-year time. She is a director with Pampered Chef. She is a go-getter. She is, y'all, there's just no words. She does everything to the highest standard. She is professional in all she does. She is, I could just go on and on. She's all that and so much more. So you really need to listen to what she has to say because she's got it all going on and works a full-time job. And mind blown, that's all I can say. Okay, I just sit and listen and I'm going, what? So you're going to love listening to Erica and Marion and Jen. And you got to put up with me. So it is 9:11, you guys. We've got 4 minutes, but I'm giving you 2 and I'm setting my clock right here. And I want you to go to the bathroom. I want you to go anywhere you can and find your robes and find anything you have that has to do with a spa day, okay? Anything you have in your home. I've got a mirror over here because you know what? That's spa. You need that for the spa. I've got makeup removers. I've got charcoal masks. I've got cucumbers for my eyes. I've got headbands, right? I've got loofahs. Okay, you've got 2 minutes, and I'm timing everybody, 2 minutes to go, get up, stretch your legs, run, get whatever you can find. That is spa related, and I will play some music while we wait. I think. Let's see. For those of you just jumping on, we're pausing right now to go get everything we have that has to do with spa day and bring it to where you're sitting. And you guys that don't have your screens on, I mean, look at us. No makeup, no hairbrush, robes on. You know, it's not the day that you have to worry about looking great. We're at the spa, okay? So we want to see your face. We don't like speaking to a black screen. That's what I'm saying. We want to see your faces. I may cry. I'm about to be on coffee. Okay, get those spa things. We got about, you know what, it's time. Time's up. Boom, boom. Time. Oh, well, the music went off just perfect. Look at that. Okay, so let me tell you just one more quick thing before we jump right into the schedule and have a drawing. First off is our first, second, third, whatever. I don't know what number it is. I've lost count. But if you have any questions throughout these trainings, okay, any questions at all, type it in the chat. And one of the leaders that are not speaking will be answering your question. Kristen, I see you. I see you right there. I see your face. Okay, so sorry about that. So type in the chat if you have a question, what your question is, and one of us will answer you, I promise. Okay, we're going to be babysitting that chat. I'm throwing it over now to Jen, and she's going to do a drawing. And then we're going to have Erica and Marion come on and cover the S for sales and bookings.
All right. Woohoo. Okay. All right. Let's do our first drawing. And this is for everybody. Okay. So this is everybody that registered for our spa day. This is going to be your money back. Okay. We're going to send you back your money that you paid to get into our spa day retreat here. So I've got all the names mixed in here. Okay. Let's do it. No. All right, Dawn. How do you say that name? Hallbeck. Dawn is our first winner. Woohoo! Yay, Dawn. I don't think she's on here, but all right. So we got our first winner. I'm gonna write her name down, and we are ready to move on to the next thing. Is that going to be Marion? Yeah.
It's going to be Jennifer and Marion and Erica. I do want to say, did y'all just see that handful of stuff that Pamela just came in with a crutch? I mean, she's on crutches, and she went and got all that stuff. I cannot believe all that stuff she was carrying. Pamela, you rock. That's all I'm saying. You rock. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Marion Boykin. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Tiffany. So we're going to go on to sales, and we're going to get a pen and a paper if you don't already have one. I hope you already have one, but we're going to talk about selling with a solution in mind. So when I host my parties and I try to, you know, it's hard to just sell products. All right. So Pampered Chef says, don't sell a product, sell a solution to a problem. So then we're going to talk about that and how you can do that. And I'm going to talk about selling through storytelling. Make it personal. bring an authentic story to the table. You need to have a character for this. It can be you, it can be a friend, it can be a family member that's had a problem in the kitchen. It can be a problem, with recipe ideas. It can be a problem with chopping onions. It can be a problem with, anything. It can be, cutting up chicken. It can be just any kind of problem. It can be finding the right kind of season. It can be they're gluten free. That could be a problem, those kind of things. But make it personal every single time that you try to sell a product. Come with a solution in mind through storytelling. Like, you have a friend that all her children are gluten free, and she struggles trying to make desserts for the children because they're kids and they still want to eat desserts. Try our brownie and our chocolate chip cookie mix. I mean, I'm just telling you some things. So just every single product come with a solution in mind. So a good story always includes a conflict. What makes it interesting? We all have the same mealtime challenges. I see so many posts on social media, and I know you guys do too. Women are always posting this. What's for dinner? I'm tired of cooking the same thing. Does anybody have any crock pot recipes? Those kinds of things. What should I make? Do you have any new recipe ideas? My friends post this all the time. I know I'm not the only one. How do I make something everyone will like? How can I make sure my recipe turns out right? How can I cook dinner in under 30 minutes? Y'all give me some ideas. Y'all, we have the solution to all of these problems. I mean, our new Season's Best is budget friendly recipes that are easy to make in less than 30 minutes. We have other cookbooks and stuff. When you see people post those things on social media, that is the time that you need to reach out to them. Don't try to sell them a product with Pampered Chef, but try to make a connection with them. I send e-cookbooks every time I see somebody and they'll say, what about air fryer recipes? What are y'all cooking in your air fryer? I send them our air fryer e-cookbook. I do. And I'll say, hey, I'm going to send you a cookbook. Or if they start talking about crock pots and stuff, I send them a cookbook. And they're like thanking me, and we've made a connection that we can talk about stuff then. We all know, so resolution, share the value. We all know the best part of a good story is the happy ending. There's nothing better than seeing everything turn out well. The resolution is a way for you to wrap up the story and share what you can offer to solve the problem. It may be a recipe, it may be a product suggestion, it may be a cooking tip, it may be sharing the opportunity. Some people say, I just really would like to buy this, but I don't really have the money, I can't afford to buy these products. We have an opportunity so that they can earn these products for free. Either way, in the story with a call to action. So what I'm saying is, if they're needing help with a recipe, send them a recipe. If they're needing product suggestions, people all the time ask me, do I need the rapid prep mandolin or do I need the simple slicer? And I'll send them a video, show them what the rapid prep mandolin does. I'll show them a video of what the simple slicer does. And then I'll tell them my honest opinion, about which one and what I use it for. So, but keep that in mind too. Go for the yes. Get your guests to say yes. It's easy when you paint a picture of a common kitchen challenge. Ask questions to help guests realize that they have the same challenge, and then share the benefit of a product that will make life in the kitchen easier. This is where y'all share your resolution and call to action. And I do this all the time. And sometimes I do it, when I go live and stuff, and I'm not even trying to do it. It's just something that I do. I'll show somebody when I'm using the food chopper, oh, I hate to get my onion on my hands, but I don't have to with this food chopper, those kinds of things, So we can all do this. It's just that we have to be in that mindset that we need to come up with a conflict and then a solution, and then paint the picture for the solution. And then I wanted to end this portion of it, this slide, with this here that Doris Christopher said. The kitchen table is where we mark milestones, divulge dreams, bury hatchets, make deals, give thanks, plan vacations, and tell jokes. It's also where children learn the lessons that family teach: manners, cooperation, communication, self-control, values. And Doris Christopher said that. And we got to get people back to the table. And sometimes people think that they can just go through a drive-through and it be quick and easy, when actually, we can help them be just as quick and easy in the kitchen as going through a drive-through and, sharing the value of saving some money too. So that's another resolution that we can help, so sales, now we're going to talk about selling and parties and things like that, besides, sharing the resolution to the conflict. Sometimes, people need something to get their attention. Okay. I would love to say that everybody listens to all my stuff, but sometimes a cute graphic or a game and the ability to think that they're going to win something added to their order just kind of gives them that extra push, I know a lot of people say that, they really don't want to spend a lot of money, when they first start out. So I'm going to tell you some things that you can do when you first start out that you don't have to spend a lot of money, but you can still play games and get people involved in the party, because when your algorithm gets high, then your sales will get higher because people will see your posts, because people aren't seeing your posts, especially if they're not clicking that, change my notifications, unless people are really commenting on posts. So play some games in your party for sales, tell them that you'll add, a free gift to their order. You can do raffle. I know Jennifer Harkey does this a lot. I've seen hers. She doesn't give away 20 gifts. She gives away one sometimes, but she plays these games for points. So there's a lot of graphics out there and fun and games with Pampered Chef. And if you're not a member of that group, just ask one of us and we'll be glad to invite you to the group. But there's a lot of different raffle things that you can do. Also, if you're running a launch party, you can, at the end of it, you can get tons of flexible cutting mats. You can get Season's Best with your rewards. And then when people win games, you can mail those out. I think you can mail out a Season's Best for less than $1. So if you get all that in your rewards at the end of your launch party, or if you're running a party or something like that, get some of the things that won't break. And I say something flat because spatulas and things like that will tend to break in the mail and they cost a lot to ship. But Jennifer taught us on the flexible cutting mats, and then the Season's Best, they'll fit in the little or envelope too. But those kinds of things, even a citrus peeler, you can mail those out pretty cheap too. Paring knives and stuff, you can mail those out, but you do have to put those in padded envelopes. But those are some things that you can do to help with sales in your party. And then go live. You guys go live, and if you can't go live, at least record, because I know there's sometimes that I can't, but I have some recordings on my phone. And when I can't, I've made some different recipes and I've recorded myself. And it doesn't matter if you mess up. Don't be afraid to mess up. People like it. They like real. They don't want someone who's perfect. So don't be afraid to mess up a little bit. But you can go live just using the mix and chop spatula, quick stir pitcher. I know Irma did the other day. There's all different kinds of our products that you can go live and use, and that are not difficult. And you can video yourself. If you have some time, make a few videos and save them on your phone, and then you can upload those in your parties too. They need to see your face. They need to connect with you. They need to know that you're their Pampered Chef consultant. And then, they're going to be lifelong customers, and, you'll eventually get more and more sales the longer you stay in the business and the more customers you have. So I am going to I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I am going to turn it over to Erica, and she is going to talk about the next step, and that's booking parties.
Hey everybody, I hope you can hear me. I am told that I'm the booking queen. I don't know about that, but I do have some tips that actually do work. And it's super, super, super important that you jot these down, okay? I'm getting ready to share my screen so you guys can see. Hopefully this works. Y'all seeing my screen? Okay, so bookings. That is the life of our business, right? We have to have bookings. You can do direct sales. We know that by some people that are direct salespeople. But the fun part of this business is the parties, getting to know people, all of that stuff. So my tip, my first tip, ask everyone, every single person in the parties, send them a message. You know, you can even make it fun and say, you know, send me a personal message and I'll give you a free e-cookbook. Those are free, right? It doesn't cost you anything. But you have to ask everyone, because if you don't ask everyone, you're not going to know. Okay, that's with anything in this business. If you don't ask, you don't know. Educate your hosts. And what I mean by that, educate your hosts about the 3 booking bonus, y'all. It benefits them. Of course, it benefits you too, right? Because you're building your business. But if they don't know, they're not helping you be able to get bookings, right? So they need to give you ideas. Oh, well, this person would love to have a party, or, you know, what have you. So let them know about what they get. Let them know when they get 3 parties booked and they host within 6 months, they get a 40% off item at every party. So if they get 5 parties, they get 5 40% off items at all qualifying parties that are booked from them. Okay. On top of that, they get 10% off for an entire year. So they can use their 10% off on those parties too. Right. So try to push that. Don't limit your date options. And what I mean by that is, don't look at just the current month, next week, you know, or even the next month. Look 6 months or more out, because some people are saying, I just don't have time right now. Well, we all have the same amount of time in a day, but, and we'll talk about that in a minute too. So just give them options. Say, hey, you know what? I'm booking out till December. I've got my calendar open. If you want to push it out, that's fine. But if you host your party within 6 months of her party or his party, then they'll get credit for that. If we book outside of that, they may not. So let them know, educate them, and say, and you can get extra rewards from your party, just like she or he is. Okay. So educating them, don't limit your options. Those things are super, super important. One other thing to do also is make sure when you do get bookings, put them in Consultants Corner right away. That way you can see what you have for each month, because you can change your date range and look at what you have going on. I have a system myself. I'm going to the end. I'll show you all what that looks like on my walls. Some of you have seen it, some of you haven't. But everybody has a system, right? So this is my system. I ask everybody, I educate my hosts, don't limit my dates. They enter them right away, even if it's 8 months to a year out. I still enter them in Consultants Corner. All right. And then when you have a rock star guest in your party, we all have them. There's at least one. Okay. Shout them out in the party. Talk about the partying in the party, because they may not have read your message yet, or they may have not sent you a message. So do your shout outs. Wow, you are incredible. You love Pampered Chef this much? Really? Awesome. How about you have a party? Why don't you let me pamper you? Okay. So those are all just, you know, main tips, major tips. Okay. And then also the last thing, be open to their needs. What I mean by that is, you know, everybody thinks, oh, I'm going to have, you know, they want me to have a party and it's on Facebook, and, you know, I just don't have a whole week to do all that, right? I don't have that much time. 15-minute express parties. All right. 30-minute, 1 hour, whatever. You be creative. Be creative. This is your business. You have the capabilities to be creative. I've started doing 3-day express parties in Facebook. People want to do it in Facebook still. Okay. So I've started to do that. And they're going great. And if you need to extend them, you can extend them. There's not a hard cutoff, right? Unless they want a particular month special. Okay. Just don't, you know, open things up to their need. And then just listen to your guests, listen to your hosts. If they have, constraints, like I work nights, I'm not going to be, active at night. No problem. That's why we have the virtual piece, is because they can go back and they can look at it later, right? So just having that open conversation with them is super, super important. Okay. So that is my tips, I guess. And now I'm real quick, I'm going to show you all my wall. I use these big sticky notes. Okay. I get them from Office Max, Office Depot. But then I use little sticky notes. So what I do, and I'm a little behind because I don't have my sticky notes on my May, but what I do is I have a sticky note per month, and I do 3 months at a time on my wall. Here's my April and my March and April, and I got May over on the other wall, but again, I have more than that. I just haven't wrote them on. But look at April, y'all. Those are the weeks, okay? Each week. Overbook yourself, because you never know when something is gonna fall through, right? So that's how I'm able to do 4 to 6 a week, is I make sure I have at least 7 to 8 booked, because you're gonna have some that drop off. All right. So just think through that process, figure out what your goal is on how many bookings you want in a week too. Look at a week, look at a month. Everybody's is different. I work full time, so I get it. I work 50 hours a week in my full-time job, and I still do this, and I'm still able to do this. Okay. So bookings, bookings, bookings. That's what we need, is bookings. All right. So that's my spiel. So hopefully y'all got something out of that. And I'm always here. I'm always on Messenger. I'm always on Messenger. So, any questions about bookings, and I'll put some verbiage in the spa day group that you all can use to send to your guests. And then some host coaching tips that are related to bookings too. So I'll put those in the spa group. So, that's it.
Woohoo! Awesome. Thank y'all both. That was great. We have Marion, I think, answered that, but if anybody or Erica or want to elaborate a little bit on the chat here about an express party. What exactly is an express party? So you want to answer that?
Yes. So an express party is that it's fast and furious. Okay. 15-minute express parties are typically through a group text or messenger group. You create the messenger group if you do it through Messenger, and it's better if the host creates a group text with their people, or they can give you all the numbers to create it. It's just a matter of how that works. And then you can use boards to do all of your posting, or I started out with a Word document. I just had like a Word document that I just would copy and paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and do one post every week, every minute. And I mean, there's outlines out there. I have an outline I can share too. So, but that's where the 15-minute express thing comes in. They are fast and furious, and you cannot be distracted during 15-minute express parties, because you got to be on it, right? You want to make sure you're in your time frame. Other express parties, so I consider express parties, just shorter than 5 days. So, that's what I consider an express party. But the 15-minute, and some people have even asked for an hour. Hey, can you post for an hour? And, then we'll be done, and then we can just order. Yep, we can do that. We can do anything like that. Okay. So the 15-minute express parties, if you want some help with that, let me know. I can give you a template. If you don't have boards, let us know. We can also maybe do board training. I'm sure that's how to do that. So Hope that answered your question.
I would love a template, Erica, for a 15-minute express party. And I think what you do is you share the catalog and you share an order link right in your 15-minute express party. And then you have a lot of posts already made. And you have like collages. Is that what you do for like slicing
Yeah.
tools, for utensils, for things like that? Cool.
Yeah, it's like, and then you can do videos too. So you can have like a little video that starts. And you just get that link from marketing imagery for that video. So when you see it, you'll kind of, you'll kind of see that chronological order of how it works. But it's literally basically one comment in that messenger group chat, one comment every minute. And you're just, and then they can scroll back through and watch the videos again if they want. And I don't usually give the link until the end.
Okay, cool.
So that way they can watch through it and then place their order. And then you can check up with them. So you don't want to keep pinging people. You want to just get that over.
I guess this works really well for people who say, I really don't have time to host a party. And then you can say, do you have 15 minutes?
Yep. And they'll let them pick the time and day, because you can launch that in 5 minutes. I mean, you can get it set up really quick. So it's literally, that's how I say it too. I was like, you want a fast and furious party? I got an option for you. How about 15 minutes? You got 15 minutes? I know I do. And I work 50 plus hours a week. And I run this business. So we all got 15 minutes somewhere.
Awesome. Yeah. And another one too that Jen Dans does. She's not on here right now, but Jen Dans does like 24-hour express parties where she'll run them for like the party itself lasts like 3 days on Facebook. Lovely. She'll post in there just a couple of times on day one, a couple of times on day two. Actually, I think it's an hour. She'll post a few more times on that last day. And then in an hour's time, she's posting like every 5 minutes, every few minutes. And then the last day, which would be like the day 4, she would do just thank yous. And so I've tried those. Those are pretty good too. That's another way. And people like it because they're not, it doesn't take a lot of time. So yeah. Awesome. Anybody else have any more questions?
I will share the template, the express party templates that I have. I'll share those in the spa group too. So you guys have them all. I'll share a lot of that stuff. And I think Jen, you might even have, I think I used yours actually.
And yeah, exactly. The Boards app is really awesome because it's like touch of the finger puts everything right there. But before Boards app came along, I used my notes on my iPhone. And I would just have it one right after the other in there. So that I would just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And but the Boards app makes it so much easier. And we can definitely do another training. Actually had that in my mind. And Tiffany's got her hand up. Tiffany's got her hand up.
For some reason it threw up a hamburger. I was like, oh, my brain's thinking hamburger. And I was like, where's the hand? They don't want to see a hamburger. I was going to say, I've got also my script that I use. But what I do all my express parties off my phone. And that's very rare for me because most of my parties are on my computer. But at Christmas time, I booked 16 15-minute express parties. And that's all I did for December. And I had 25 plus whatever, $100 worth of sales. So, I mean, y'all, it really is a way to go, especially if we're getting so many people saying, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. Well, guess what? I don't either, but I'm doing it. So let's go, let's do this. Most people that say that just really don't understand. I mean, they think, oh gosh, if I host a party, I'm gonna have to spend hours on the computer. You've got to let them know. If they don't know, they don't know, right? So you've got to let them know that it is 15 minutes, and that's it. And they don't even have to be on really if they don't want to. They've got to invite their friends to a chat, either on Facebook or a text. Now, I will tell you, if they decide to do text, they can only do 19 friends. So if they have more than 19 friends they want to invite, you're going to have to do 2 separate
Yes,
text chats.
that's a
But you
good
can do
one.
that.
Yep.
Anyway, yes, I have all of my, like I go to notes and I've got, 15-minute express party, first post, and then my second one, 15-minute express party, second post. And within 15 minutes, I'm done posting. I say, good night. Thank you. Here's the shopping link. Shop till your heart's content. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help you. I do one game. I hope I'm not breaking up. My internet stinks, you guys. But they're awesome. Now, here's the thing though. It's hard to get real close one-on-one with people in express parties. Okay. You've really got to make it. And that's what we're all about too. We're not just about selling products, right? Because we want people to not only love our products, we want them to love the business. We want them to love everything about Pampered Chef as much as we do, right? Because we've got a reason. We know everything Pampered Chef has to offer. So like, even if I quit one day, or if I have to give it up one day, I'm going to host parties like every 2 months or 3 months. That's just what I'm going to do because I believe in the company so much. And anyway, but 15-minute express parties or 1 day, 3 days, whatever you want to do are incredible. And another thing that's very important on the express parties, as soon as somebody orders, go back into that group and thank them on that text, on that thread. Thank that person for the order. Post a picture of what they ordered. If it's not Christmas time, if it's Christmas time, please don't post pictures because you're going to get cussed at. I've been cussed at before Christmas time for doing that. So just a heads up. If you want to get cussed at, throw the pictures up during Christmas. All right, that's not very happy time to think about. But anyway, what else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, be sure you post a thank you to everyone. And then like the second day, I keep the link open. I tell them the link will be open for 24 hours. As we're approaching that 24-hour mark, I'm going to say, that I'm going to do my end of party post that I usually do in my Facebook group parties. I'll say like the party's almost over. You have 2 more hours. This link's going to close at midnight or whatever, just to, your host only needs whatever to get qualified or to get to the next level. So that's the way you have to be active. It's a little different, but it is a lot really fast. Just like Erica said, it's boom, 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 but you're done. Then you're done. You know what I mean? So it has its advantages and disadvantages. If you're not a think fast person, which I'm really not, so I don't really know how I do well on them, but I've always had success. I think I've had one floppy 15-minute party and she had 5 people on, so I didn't really expect it to be much. But
I was intimidated at first. I was definitely intimidated at first because I was like, oh my gosh. I did one and I'm like, oh, that was like shock. Oh my gosh, I did it. And then it was like, okay, that wasn't that hard. I fretted over it for nothing. Right?
Yeah.
So just, think outside the box,
And Erica, how do you do?
Comfort zone.
How do you do with booking parties off of these express parties? Talk to us about that. Like, what's been
There's
your
a po-
on booking
Yeah,
parties?
so there's a post in there about bookings. And I just laid out, basically show them what the chart is, like what they get. It's all laid out right there in that.
I would think with them being in a group text like that with the host and everything included, and you say, hey, she needs 3 friends and she can get this $50,
I usually
bonus.
give a thumbs up and then I could reach out to them individually. Yeah.
Cool.
Any other questions? I don't see anything in the chat.
Are there any more questions? If not, I've got something I want to add. I don't
I
mean
think
to take
Irma
over,
has
but
a question. Irma, do you have a question? You'll have to come off mute if you want to ask.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm brand spanking new. I just joined, I think, on the 9th of March. And so I'm a March baby. So my thing is, and I'm not new to direct sales, but for some reason, I've sent out tons of messages asking if hey, you want to help me get my business started. I really want to earn the fast track 90-day, whatever my spiel was. But they're not responding. They're not like, it's like, hello, you know me. I mean, I've done this before. You helped me before, but I'm not getting that response back from them. And I'm in like an awe, because really I'm surprised that the many people and friends and family that I have, they're not supporting me with this for some reason. I mean, I don't want to say support. Maybe that's the wrong word, but I don't know what it is, or how can any suggestions? What do you suggest me do? I mean, and I saw Tiffany's first video, YouTube video. I'm watching all the YouTube videos, and I know follow-up is important. Once I sent that message, follow up and say a couple days later, hey, what do you think about, hosting a party for me, or etc. And I honestly have not followed up with the tons of people that I've sent a message to, because I'm trying to learn and read. And so I'm kind of like, in circles everywhere. So what are some suggestions out there that for me to earn this 90-day fast track?
So one thing that I do want to point out is, don't talk about that reward for you. Make it about them.
Okay.
All right. So, and I think Trisha, she put something in the chat. It's a good idea to start the conversation out non-PC, non-Pampered Chef. Okay. Get them reeled in first. Hey, we haven't talked in a while. How you been? Okay.
Mhm.
Talk a little bit before you introduce that piece of it.
Mhm.
I've noticed that helps a lot, especially with close friends or friends that you haven't talked to in a while, or family. The other works most of the time when you reach out to people you don't know, then, that's a different conversation. But start out with just touching base with them, making the conversation about reaching out to them versus, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Can you help me book a party? That type of thing. And then also always end your conversation with a question. Because if you're just making a statement, if you're just saying, oh, I'm doing well, to me, that's like cutting off the conversation. Okay, she's done talking.
She's done talking.
I say, oh, I'm doing well. How are you? Or how's your kids? And then they respond, right? Also, remember, there is that thing called a pause. It's okay if you send a message and they don't respond right away. You don't know what they're doing, right? Go back the next day, wait a day, and say, hey, just following back up. Did you get my message? You ended it in question. Okay. And then I would also, talk to your upline. I don't know who you signed up under, but give them what you are, show them, do a screenshot of what you're saying. And maybe they can give you some of their tips too, to say, oh, well, I would change this up a little bit, or I'd shorten it. Right.
Okay.
So, yeah. So those things seem to work pretty well. If you start out the conversation of, not related to your business or anything like that. Sometimes that helps. Sometimes you are going to get ghosted. I can't even count how many times I have not received a message from somebody that I knew, like down the street. Hello, I'm talking to you, right? I mean, I saw you yesterday and you can't reply to my message. What are you, just because I sell Pampered Chef, do you think I'm not reaching out to you about Pampered Chef? Right? So just start a conversation. Sparking those conversations is super, super important. If you know somebody's getting married, reach out to them about a wedding registry. If people in your church, do a fundraiser. Kids, school stuff, do a fundraiser. Teachers, do a fundraiser. All of those things. So just say, hey, I heard you were getting married, or your daughter's getting married. how's that going? When is that happening? You know, and then start with that and then say, hey, you know what? Let's start a registry for her. It's super easy. You don't even have to do a party. Let's do a registry and she can just share the link with her gals and guys and all that stuff. So anyways, that's
Okay.
my suggestion. I don't know if
Thank you.
anybody else has one.
I have one more thing I want to add. Another thing too, I found the long messages, lengthy, long messages. If I get one, I'll read the first line and I'm done. I don't even read the rest of it. But
Okay.
lengthy, long messages are not going, people don't have time to even read them. So if you can make your message very short and to the point. Yes, hey, how are you? Start off with, hey girl, how's it going? And then when y'all were talking, just like, hey, real quick, I don't know if you know this or not, but I just became a Pampered Chef consultant. Would you be interested in earning free and discounted product?
That's
That-
it.
You don't have to talk about fast track. I've got to earn all this. Help me earn this. Help me earn that. None of that. Basically to the point. Because
Unless it's close family. I mean, if it's close family, you know, that are best friends that you talk to all the time, you can be totally honest with them.
oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean? You can say,
For sure.
hey, I'm
Yeah.
really going for something big. I need your help. You know, you can do desperate language with some people. You know who you can do that with, and you know who you should.
my best friend. If I'm in need of a party, she's not going to be a very big partier. You know, she doesn't do all that. But if I need a party, like I'm really need a party or something, I'll say, hey, you're doing a party for me, just FYI. I'll just say, my best
Girl and told.
I text her that. I say, and it's starting next week. Okay. I'm gonna everything you at all you people. But you know, there's certain people you can do that with.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I tell my sister.
People that you know that you're not like, no, but you're not tight with. Yeah. You know, you can ask them you know, professionally. But then those that are your BFFs and your sister-in-laws and your brother, or you know, your aunts and whatever, those people you should be like, hey, I want to earn X amount. I want to do this, and I need you to be on board with me, you know. But those people are your back pocket people. That's what I call them. I keep them in my back pocket. They don't host for me all the time, but those people I can always count on, you know. So there are some people you can do that with. But
Well, and there are some people that struggle with that and they don't have the support from friends and family.
that's
There
true.
are those people. And so you really need to go back to your Frank So list and look at the people on social media or, you know, people out of town, people that you know through people, you know, that's also important because I've come across, I have some people on my team that they struggle with that because their family is just not supportive and their friends are not supportive. And I'm gonna tell you, I had the same problem too. I
Mhm.
don't even ask my friends and family anymore. I don't even ask
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother, he'll drop an order real quick, but other than that, you know, it's hard. It's work sometimes, and we
Mhm.
understand that. So if you ever struggle, just ask for help.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, any more questions? I'm gonna do a drawing, y'all. Okay. Y'all ready?
I've got
Yes.
another thing I want to add. Hang on,
Okay.
let me my face. Can I add one more really quick thing? We still have 4 minutes. We're
Okay.
doing good. Okay. Always have a consultant as host party open. Always. Okay. I open mine the end of 1st of February, say, and I run it till about 6 months. They'll do a double rewards, host double rewards. And so anytime I want to run a quick party of some kind, you know, something special, my birthday or, you know, somebody else's birthday. Anyway, I can run it on that party. I'm going to get product. I'm going to get the commission from it, you know, because it's my party. I'm going to get a paycheck from it. also like, I turn it in on the double rewards because I get double products. I mean, like in January, I turned in a party and I think I had a $3,500 party I turned in. Talk about the Pampered Chef products. I mean, my closet right here is full. The closet in the other guest room is full. I mean, it's just a way to fill your product stash, okay, for giveaways, for booking incentives, you know. Take a picture of your closet and say, I'm going through my closet, giving stuff away who wants a product, you know. Also, if I'm going to send somebody something for a wedding gift or a shower or something like that, I'm going to go buy it on my party because then I'm going to make a commission off of it. You know what I'm saying? It helps me. Yes, you have to pay full price, but if you know, it's okay. I don't mind doing that if it's going to, in turn, I'm going to get percentages off, help me in sales, help me reach quota that month, blah, 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 blah. So always have one of those open. Jennifer.
Oh, you ready for me? Okay, let's go. And then we got to take a break, y'all, because I've been drinking way too much of my stuff. I've got to go to the restroom. So, all right. So I got all the names written down that have been on this entire session. I think we lost one. I don't know where she went. I don't even know who it is because I didn't look. But I wrote everybody's name down that is on here other than our speakers. And we're going to spin the wheel. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. What is it? Tracy Case. Tracy Case. Woo! Yay! All right. You want a $10 gift card, Tracy Case. Where you at, girl? I'm gonna write your name down. Do we want to do another one?
Yeah, let's do another one.
Did we do two during Marion's? We did do two.
All right, let's do it.
It's up to you, girl. You're running to drawings.
And we'll spin it one more time. Okay. So we're just gonna do one for her. All right, let's go.
We need to see your face, Tracy and Linda and Marquita and Tammy.
Tammy.
Patricia.
Tammy. Woohoo. Sorry, it's
Tammy
got
Burleson.
Hey. Yep. Is that Tammy Burleson? That's right. All right. I got your name down, girl. All right, y'all. Let's go take. I'm gonna stop the recording on this one. Let's go to I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, you're the next speaker. You got the whole hour. So how much
In about 10
time you want
minutes.
to give us? And I'll play music. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Don't go
10
anywhere.
minutes.
But don't go nowhere. Yeah.
Go anywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna